Well, hello and welcome to this midday market mood check with me, Nandita, Khemka, and my colleague Yatin, Mota. Well, Yatin, we have cooled off after a 6-day rally.
Yeah.
Not much though, even though the Nifty is below that 18,100 mark. And today the culprits are, the PSU banking pack that was down 1%. IT was also not doing well, and so was the case with metals. But it's the FMCG pack that was the laggard yesterday. That has made a comeback, and that's why you have the likes of HUL, Asian Paints, and the likes emerging as the top Nifty gainers today. Also, the fact that crude has cooled off to 75. Brent crude has cooled off to $75 per barrel overnight, and that's something that is aiding some of these paint companies and even the OMCs. As a matter of fact, BPCL was among the gainers in today's session, and ITC is also among the gainers. Among the losers, you have the likes of Hindalco, ONGC, Axis Bank, L&T, Bajaj Finance. But of course, the story of the day is aviation.
Yeah. Given
the fact that Go First has filed a bankruptcy plea and has grounded aircrafts between May 3rd and May 5th on the back of fund crunch. Now, on the back of this, we have seen counters like IndiGo and SpiceJet rallying in trade, given the fact that 8% of market share will be freed up, and that will be up for grabs when it comes to the incumbents, right? And this will of course also pave the way for higher airfares, which will not be good for us if we want to travel. So,
I think, Nandita, there are two factors because of which markets are under pressure. First of all, Dow Jones plunged yesterday. The regional banks there continue to collapse, over 20% down for some newer names. Now, obviously, Dow is one factor because of which the market is correcting, and also the PSU banks and banks like Axis Bank are correcting because first the PSU banks have exposure to Go Air, because of which there is some panic. And Bain Capital, which sold Axis Bank shares almost 6 months back, that 180-day period, cooling period, is probably over, and again there is a buzz in the market that there could be a block deal in Axis Bank. So in general, the trade setup is such that the global cues are weak. Because of which there
Fed decision is also tonight, so of course we'll be watching out for that. But when you talk about aviation's the banking sector's exposure to Go First, it's just about 2 basis points of the entire sector. Central Bank apparently has somewhere around 700 crores, and when you come to ICICI Bank, somewhere around 350 to 400 crores. So it's not much, and that's why Jeffries is saying there is no need to panic, and the impact on these banks won't be much. But of course, if you look at Central Bank, that is clearly reacting to this bit of news and was down somewhere around 4% or thereabouts. Latest coming in on this saga is the fact that the NCLT will be hearing out the insolvency plea tomorrow. So that's something that will be watched out for. Even though the airline has maintained that the insolvency process is to revive the aircraft and not sell it. But Credit Suisse says that reviving the aircraft after the bankruptcy process will be tough, given the fact that we've already seen what happened with Jet. Right, so that is a tough process. Of course, we'll see how this entire thing, unfolds as we go on. Yatin, what about the mid-cap end of the market? Any other stocks you're watching out for?
Yeah, so today Engineers India is the top gainer on NSE 500, and the reason being that the news reports from the Economic Times suggest that the government would be infusing close to 50,000 crores in oil marketing companies. In the budget already this was announced.
Right.
And if this happens, the OMCs will be doing some capex, and most of the orders relating to capex, the consultancy is done by Engineers India. So there is a rub-off effect on this particular stock. Apart from that, RVNL continues the rally. That stock is up 10%.
Another 7-8%.
Yeah, BHEL is also up 7%. The management spoke to CNBC Awaaz as to how really order flows are moving fast. NLC India, also one of the PSU power stocks, is up 5%. Losing side, Manappuram Finance. ED has apparently surged their Kerala office, because of which the stock is under pressure. 11% down for that one now. And obviously the likes of Adani Wilmar, UCO Bank, Central Bank, BBTC, a few names obviously relating to Go Air are down in trade. So yes, stock specific trade, but a lot of action in the mid-cap end of the market.
Right, today we'll be watching out for Titan's earnings. It will be reporting 4th quarter earnings. Profit is expected to jump somewhere around 50% on a YY basis, given the demand, wedding season demand, and of course Akshaya Tritiya sales outlook on that is something that we'll be watching out for. Aside of that, Tata Steel reported numbers post market hours, and the numbers were surprisingly good. In fact, it beat
the
estimates.
Domestic operations were better than expected.
Even though European and UK concerns linger on, but the domestic end of the business has done extremely well, and brokerages have maintained their positive stance on the stock. And by way of cues, of course, we'll be watching out for the US Fed's interest rate decision tonight. Of course, we are expecting a 25 basis point rate hike, but this could be the last of the rate hikes in this current rate hike cycle. And we'll of course be watching out for Jerome Powell's comments on future rate hike trajectory. That's what the market will be reacting to tomorrow. But for now, I think we are done with this midday market mood check. Yatin and I will be back with a closing bell at 3:30 p.m. So don't forget to tune in for that. But for all your other news and financial updates, stay tuned to Moneycontrol. It's a goodbye from me and Yatin.